Donetsk region, one of the active front lines. Defense forces continue to carry out combat missions under conditions of constant confrontation. Reconnaissance units operate in coordination, utilizing available surveillance means. Their tasks include identifying enemy positions, clearing populated areas, eliminating and capturing hostile personnel. Operators use body-worn cameras to document combat operations. The footage you will see reflects the actual work of reconnaissance groups on the front line. Don't forget to leave a comment, like the video, and subscribe to the channel. The wounded enemy serviceman receives basic assistance, then is transferred by evacuation group to the prisoner collection point. This procedure complies with international standards and internal instructions. The reconnaissance squad moves within a populated area. The situation is tense. Any building could be used by the enemy as shelter or a strong point. Personnel advance systematically along the street, adhering to tactical safety protocols. Every element of terrain is checked. The group moves compactly, maintaining visual and voice contact between fighters. First objective, a residential building. Scouts approach using cover, assess approaches, identify possible firing positions. One fighter moves toward the entrance, others provide cover from multiple directions. The door is unlocked. The group enters methodically, checking each room. All movements are executed quickly but without unnecessary noise. First room empty. Second also shows no enemy presence. Meanwhile, another subgroup checks an adjacent outbuilding. Fighters know that occupiers often use utility rooms, sheds and garages for personnel accommodation or ammunition storage. Next, the unit proceeds to check basement areas. Basements are among the most dangerous places during clearing operations. Limited visibility, narrow passages, lack of withdrawal routes complicate the work, but this is precisely where the enemy often attempts to wait out or organize an ambush. Inside, signs of recent presence are discovered. Empty packages, communications equipment, personal gear elements. The enemy abandoned the position recently, possibly after detecting movement of our forces. The next building shows signs of recent combat activity. Bullet marks are visible on walls. Part of the roof is damaged, debris scattered around. The group stops, assessing the situation. Scouts signal. The group commander makes a decision. Attempt to establish contact. Fighters try to call on those present to surrender, using standard commands. Scouts detected the enemy through the observation system and responded promptly. The group of occupiers was blocked, offered to surrender. Part of enemy fighters accepted the offer. Others attempted to break through. Scouts opened fire, eliminating those who resisted. The rest surrendered. During operations, various tactical techniques are employed. Scouts don't act by template. Each situation requires an individual approach. Sometimes speed is necessary, sometimes caution and patience. While clearing the area of enemy forces, reconnaissance groups transmit data about enemy equipment and personnel. Information arrives in real time to coordination centers, where decisions are made regarding employment of fire assets.
Хай виходять на дорогу і ловлять його. Плюс, ми прийняли, а ти переживав.
Scouts use the moment, advance closer. Remaining enemy servicemen raise their hands. Surrendering, the group accepts prisoners, ensures their security, calls for evacuation. Meanwhile, on another section, work continues. Scouts methodically check each possible enemy cache. In one building, a weapons and ammunition cache is discovered. The enemy left a significant quantity of small arms, grenades, mines, ammunition. Scouts call a support group for removal and destruction of discovered items. Scouts transmit data about the discovered position, continue work. Every object, every building requires attention. A mistake can cost lives. According to preliminary assessments, several occupiers were eliminated or captured during conducted operations. Exact figures are being clarified after completion of clearing and counting enemy losses. During operations, units maintain control over positions and gradually improve the tactical situation. Every captured meter of territory, every neutralized enemy group is a step toward the overall objective. Scouts not only eliminate the enemy, but also collect intelligence information. Documents captured from prisoners or found at positions are transmitted to appropriate services for analysis. This information helps understand enemy plans, capabilities, and weak points.
Либо вы сдаетесь, либо мы вас убиваем.
Fighters try to call on those present to surrender, using standard commands.
10 секунд до раздумия. 2 секунды. Быстрее, с***а!
No response. Movement inside continues. The group prepares for the forceful option. One fighter prepares a hand grenade.
Подходь. Вылазь! Давай. Не надо. Тут пусто.
Meanwhile, another reconnaissance group works in parallel on a different section. They discovered a fortified enemy position in the remains of an industrial building. Occupiers have a well-equipped firing point with sectors of fire. When checking the position, it's discovered that part of the enemy personnel was eliminated. The rest retreated, leaving weapons and equipment. Scouts secure control over the objective, awaiting approach of main forces to consolidate the position. During clearing operations, small arms of various types are used. Automatic carbines, machine guns, sniper rifles. Each fighter acts according to assignment, providing fire support or covering comrades. If the enemy refuses to surrender, he is eliminated by available means. Grenades, grenade launchers, small arms. This is standard procedure under active combat conditions, where delay can cost lives.
Рука, стоп, стоп. Держи, держи, держи.
Шторку и начал стрелять. Сложил ход, парни, контроль.
Если ты еще живой, выходи.
Хто такий? Громадянство України. Прийняв. Медичну допомогу не дадуть. А ну стой, сломано каже.
Нормально все? Нормально?
Interaction between units plays a key role. Reconnaissance transmits data to artillery. Artillery supports infantry with fire. Infantry consolidates captured positions. This is a system where every element is important. Command receives constant reports on operation progress. Based on this data, decisions are made about further actions. Whether reinforcement is needed, whether the advance can continue, whether tactics need changing.
Біля підвалу. 1-200 противник. Айзек, я тоже сейчас прибегаю. Дальше.
In parallel, another group works on a different direction. They discovered an enemy strong point located in a tree line. Such actions allow containing enemy offensive, maintaining initiative, and complicating their logistics. Every successful operation affects the overall situation at the front, creating conditions for further actions. Reconnaissance units perform one of the most difficult and dangerous jobs in war. They operate at the front edge, often under conditions of uncertainty and constant threat. Their work is rarely noticed by the general public, but it is precisely what ensures the success of larger operations. Ukrainian defenders continue to carry out tasks, adhering to discipline, coordination, and interaction between all branches of forces. The enemy doesn't cease attempts to advance, but encounters organized resistance. Our units hold positions, repel attacks, inflict losses. Operations continue along the entire length of the front. Donetsk region remains one of the hottest directions. Daily combat operations occur here. The enemy concentrates significant forces here, and our defenders contain their offensive. The footage you saw consists of fragments of actual combat operations. This is not staging, not training, not reconstruction. This is war happening now on the territory of our country. Reconnaissance groups continue to work. They move forward, check new objectives, identify new threats. Their work doesn't end with the conclusion of this video. It continues without interruption. Ukraine's defense forces demonstrate their capability to resist the aggressor, despite difficult conditions, despite losses, despite fatigue. Servicemen continue to fulfill their duty. Operations continue, war continues, but along with it continues the struggle, faith in victory, and readiness to defend one's land to the end.